Once upon a time, in the village of Olokun, Abimbola was known far and wide for her beauty and charm. Her skin glowed like the morning sun, and her eyes sparkled with intelligence and kindness. She was the pride of Olokun village, and many suitors sought her hand in marriage. However, her heart was captured by Akin, a tall, strong hunter with a gentle soul and an unwavering sense of duty. Their love story was the envy of the village, filled with laughter, shared dreams, and whispered promises under the moonlit skies. When Akin proposed to Abimbola, the entire village celebrated their union with great joy. The wedding was a grand affair, with colorful attire, rhythmic drumming, and joyous singing that echoed through the night. Elders blessed their marriage, predicting a future filled with happiness and prosperity. The bond between Akin and Abimbola seemed unbreakable, a beacon of love and commitment. Akin's best friend, Femi, was a frequent visitor to their home. Femi was a charming man, known for his quick wit and engaging stories. He was a skilled storyteller, and his tales of adventure and heroism entertained everyone, from the youngest children to the eldest villagers. The three of them, Akin, Abimbola, and Femi, were often seen together, laughing and enjoying each other's company. Their friendship was strong, built on years of shared experiences and mutual respect. One evening, as the sun set behind the hills, casting a warm glow over the village, Akin, Abimbola, and Femi sat around a fire. The crackling flames danced in the twilight as Femi narrated one of his famous tales. And so, the brave warrior confronted the monstrous beast, Femi said, his voice rising with excitement. With nothing but his wits and a sharpened stick, he fought valiantly, determined to protect his people. Abimbola listened, her eyes wide with wonder. Akin smiled, enjoying the story and the company of his best friend and beloved wife. Little did they know this moment of happiness would soon be shattered. As time passed, Akin's hunting trips became longer and more frequent. The demands of providing for his family and fulfilling his duties to the village kept him away from home for days, sometimes weeks, at a time. Abimbola found herself increasingly lonely, the once vibrant household now quiet and filled with an aching emptiness. She missed Akin's presence, his laughter, and the warmth of his embrace. Femi, always around to lend a helping hand, began to fill the void left by Akin's absence. He helped Abimbola with chores, told her stories to lift her spirits, and offered her comfort when she felt overwhelmed by loneliness. His charm and attention soon won over Abimbola's heart, and what began as innocent companionship gradually blossomed into a forbidden romance. One evening, as the village celebrated the New Yam festival, Abimbola and Femi found themselves alone in a hidden part of the village. The festival was a time of joy and abundance, with villagers dancing, singing, and feasting to thank the gods for a bountiful harvest. Amidst the festivities, Abimbola and Femi stole away, seeking a moment of privacy. Under the cover of darkness, they walked to a quiet spot by the river, where the moonlight shimmered on the water surface. They sat together, the sound of the river and the distant music of the festival creating a surreal backdrop to their conversation. Abimbola, Femi said softly, taking her hand in his. I cannot stop thinking about you. Every moment we are apart feels like an eternity. Abimbola looked into his eyes, her heart racing. I feel the same, Femi. But what we are doing is wrong. We are betraying Akin. Femi's grip tightened. I know. But my love for you is real. I cannot deny it any longer. They kissed, a passionate embrace that sealed their fate. From that night on, their affair continued in secret, each stolen moment filled with both ecstasy and dread. As Abimbola and Femi's affair continued in secret, the weight of their betrayal grew heavier each day. They knew that if their secret were discovered, it would bring shame and dishonor to their families. The guilt gnawed at their consciences, and they struggled to find a way out of their predicament. One evening, as they sat by the river, they devised a plan to eliminate Akin and be together openly. The plan was dangerous and filled with uncertainty, but their desperation clouded their judgment. "We must be careful," Femi cautioned. "If anyone suspects foul play, we will both face the wrath of the village." Abimbola nodded, her eyes filled with determination. "We will make it look like an accident during one of his hunts. No one will suspect a thing." Their plan was simple yet wicked. They would lead Akin into a dangerous part of the forest, where a tragic accident would befall him. With heavy hearts, they prepared for the fateful day. The following week, Akin prepared for another hunting trip. As always, Femi offered to accompany him, an offer Akin gladly accepted, trusting his friend completely. Abimbola watched them leave, her heart pounding with a mix of fear and anticipation. In the dense forest, Femi led Akin to a distant area known for its dangerous wildlife. As they tracked a deer, Femi gently guided Akin towards a hidden pitfall trap, previously set by Femi himself. Suddenly, Akin stumbled and fell into the pit, filled with sharp stakes. He cried out in pain, realizing too late that he had been betrayed. Femi watched as Akin took his last breath, a mix of sorrow and resolve on his face. He then rushed back to the village, pretending panic and sorrow. The village was devastated by the news of Akin's tragic death. They mourned the loss of a great hunter and a beloved member of their community. Abimbola played the role of the grieving widow, while Femi offered her comfort and support. As time passed, Abimbola and Femi's relationship became more public. They married, and although some villagers found their union too soon after Akin's death, most accepted it as a natural progression. However, whispers and suspicions lingered among a few elders and Akin's close friends. Abimbola and Femi tried to move on with their lives, but the shadows of their actions appeared large. The guilt and fear of being discovered never left them, and their once passionate love began to wane under the weight of their shared secret. One night, as they lay in bed, Abimbola turned to Femi, her voice barely a whisper. "Do you ever think about Akin?" Femi sighed, his eyes distant. "Every day, Abimbola. Every single day." Their love, once fueled by excitement and desire, had become a prison of their own making. They were bound together not by love, but by the dark secret they shared. In Yoruba culture, the spirits of the deceased were believed to communicate with the living through dreams and omens. One night, an elder named Baba Ijebu, known for his wisdom and connection to the spiritual realm, had a disturbing dream. He saw Akin, wounded and calling for justice. Baba Ijebu consulted the Ifa oracle, seeking answers. The oracle revealed the truth: Akin had been betrayed by those he trusted most. Determined to uncover the truth, Baba Ijebu gathered the elders and shared his vision. The elders called for a village gathering, summoning Abimbola and Femi. Under the sacred baobab tree, where truth was sought and justice was delivered, Baba Ijebu addressed the villagers. "A great wrong has been committed in Olokun," he began. "The spirit of Akin cries out for justice. We must uncover the truth and restore balance to our village." Abimbola and Femi stood before the village, their faces pale. Baba Ijebu performed a divination ritual, invoking the spirits to reveal the truth. The air grew tense as the villagers watched, their faith in the elders and the oracle unwavering. The oracle's revelation was undeniable. It detailed the affair, the plot, and the betrayal that led to Akin's death. Gasps and murmurs spread through the crowd as the villagers learned of the betrayal. Abimbola fell to her knees, tears streaming down her face. "Forgive me," she cried. "I was blinded by love." Femi, too, bowed his head in shame. "I accept my fate. I betrayed my friend and our village. I deserve whatever punishment you deem fit." The elders deliberated on the appropriate punishments for Abimbola and Femi. In their culture, justice was not only about retribution but also about restoring harmony. The villagers waited anxiously for the elders' decision. Finally, Baba Ijebu spoke. "Abimbola and Femi, Your actions have brought great sorrow and dishonor to our village. You will be exiled from Olokun and must live out your days in the wilderness, away from the community you have betrayed. May the spirits guide you and may you find redemption for your souls." The villagers nodded in agreement, knowing that exile was a severe but just punishment. Abimbola and Femi were escorted out of the village, their heads bowed in shame. They embarked on their journey into the unknown, carrying the weight of their actions with them. Life in Olokun village slowly returned to normal. The villagers worked to heal the wounds left by Akin's death and the betrayal that followed. The story of Abimbola and Femi became a cautionary tale, passed down through generations as a reminder of the consequences of deceit and the importance of loyalty and integrity. Abimbola and Femi, meanwhile, faced the harsh realities of life in the wilderness. They struggled to survive, haunted by their past and the choices that led them there. Over time, they found a semblance of peace, but the scars of their actions remained. This story teaches us about the complexities of love, the pain of betrayal, and the importance of justice. It shows the need for honesty, the consequences of lies, and the importance of trust and loyalty in a community. Thank you for watching this story and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.